What's good, everybody? Welcome to the CONVOS podcast with your boy, Fred T. Williams. And I am joined in this special episode with my brother,
Okay.
Robert
Take
Marte5.
five. Right. Take five. Got it together. Got it.
Man, I called him a friend, bro. He almost, I,
I'm
I
glad
think if we wasn't in the church, he probably would have wanted to throw hands.
look, you know, you know,
But nah, this is my brother, man, and I appreciate. I'm grateful for him. We've actually been trying to sit down and connect like this for a while,
couple years.
for a couple of years, man. But God's time, yeah, it's crazy. We be in the same city. Then I left the city. Then I came back, and it's like, man. But we finally get to do it, and y'all get to witness it first
Yo,
here on the
so
Convos podcast.
he finally got time for me. He penciled me in his
That's funny.
You know how folks get,
Hey,
let's connect, but they really don't be meaning it.
Hey, man, he got a conference
Mm.
tour speaking schedule that's crazy.
I know you're not talking, dog. Look, you
I'm
all
just
over the
saying.
place.
I'm just saying, when you playing golf with Obama or something?
You lying. You lying. I didn't think preachers like.
Yeah, all right, not Obama. You playing golf or something?
No.
You doing something? He was
No,
out.
I need to learn how to play golf, though.
Yeah,
I do.
I tried.
That's where the money at. That's what
I
they tell
tried
me.
growing up, but it was something about that stick and hitting that white ball and the green, and then having to go and get it.
Yeah.
Like it was that part. It was the going to get it for me.
Kind of felt.
It felt. And I learned in Louisiana too.
Ooh, dark Louisiana.
And we used to play in the cotton field.
Oh no. I understand. Dark skin.
Trauma.
Oh yeah, no.
Trauma.
Going to go chase the
Trauma all day.
Well, no,
But listen, man, Rob, tell the people about yourself real quick.
man, where do we start? Man,
Who are you?
So,
who are you? What do you do?
So my name is Robert Marte5, and what I do is I help boys and men overcome adverse childhood and traumatic life experiences.
Yeah.
I am a father. I'm a husband.
Yeah.
I'm becoming comfortable saying I'm a pastor.
Again. Again.
I'm a show, but I'm out here. I'm 36 years old, and I've come to some hard truths. And man, I'm a pastor. At the end of the day, y'all heard me. I'm a pastor. But anyway,
I'll give this man a tissue.
Oh man, no. And man, what I do is, man, I help people heal from what they're afraid of talking about.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
Like the elevator pitch.
I like that elevator pitch. That was nice right there, because what's crazy is that's what we're talking about. This episode today is about heal first.
Isn't that why you booked me?
That's why
okay.
I knew. If anybody knew what they was talking about on this,
listen. And I did it for free.
Man,
be free.
Because we brothers.
Listen.
Now, if I had just labeled him as a friend, it would have been a fee.
Hey, ain't too late. Hey, you already said you want to backtrack as that friend joint.
We brothers.
You want to backtrack as that friend
brothers.
Oh, wow. Definitely coming. Definitely coming.
Man, that's wild. That's crazy.
My white brother still write checks.
Listen.
Anyway, listen. That's that. Yeah. Anyway.
But man, we're talking about healing first. So not date first, not marry first, not go start a movement first, not go build something crazy and astronomical first, but actually heal it. Because the reality is, a lot of times in life, we keep moving. We keep moving, and we don't address the underlying things.
Yeah.
And there is nothing worse than committing your life to building something that's absolutely amazing, but the foundation is faulty because you haven't healed. And if you build a beautiful mansion on a broken foundation, it doesn't matter how beautiful that mansion is, it's not going to stand the test of time. Something is going to happen. It's going to put the people who lay their head there at night and look at it as a place of safety. It's going to put them at risk because there was no healing.
Well,
so that's what we
let's wrap this up. That was good.
No.
Good, dog.
I got my notes. I got notes
that
for
was
this.
good, man.
I got notes for this.
Don't pretend like you read my book.
I got notes.
Don't pretend. You don't pretend.
The
black brothers. The black. I'm like, you read my book? Put something in the book. They won't read it.
Wait, you read my book?
Which one? Nah, I'm a pass out. I skimmed it. I think
okay, maybe. All right. Which one of them?
I don't know. More than one? I'm the guest. I'm the guest though. I'm the gay.
No, man. Let's speak to this real quick.
All right, bet.
The biggest lie that I have heard about healing is you heal in time. That's like one of the biggest lies to me. It's like one of the it's like slapping lipstick on a pig. It's a deceitful phrase because time does not cause healing.
No.
If the issue, you know what I'm saying?
Doing the work.
Yeah. Yes. Speak to
All the
that.
time
That's real.
causes healing.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to healing over time, what makes it happen, what happens is corrosion happens. And the wound gets covered up for years after year, but it doesn't mean it was ever properly healed or addressed. It means, but after a while, it just didn't hurt as much. But what happens is, if you don't heal, if you don't do the work of healing it, whenever that spot gets hit again,
it's like
it happens. Not only do you deal with the fresh one, but now everything that you did not address, that you did not talk through, that you did not walk through, it gets re-triggered. I have a saying about healing. Healing is a journey.
Yeah.
Wholeness is the destination. Right? Healing is a journey.
Healing is a journey. Wholeness is the destination.
It is not my job or anybody's job to define what wholeness looks like to anyone or what healing looks like for anyone.
Yeah.
But as my brother, as my sister, it's my job to help journey alongside you as you journey at your speed.
Thanks.
The part is at your speed because that journey means doing the work, having the hard conversations, addressing what you're afraid to sometimes look at, and even finding the language to what sometimes we can't even define. That's really, and I think for me, that's where my journey started. I started, healing when I started realizing that I had problems. And I was not self-aware.
Yeah.
You couldn't tell me I wasn't God's gift to the world.
Yeah.
I grew up preaching, one of those preaching kids. And I didn't realize that I was really broken. And it wasn't until someone looked at me and created verbiage for what I had experienced growing up. A PK, apostolic, but the way I grew up was I've had 9 sexual abuses over my life. For a long time. Sexual abuse started for me when I was 4. I thought a lot of the time that it was my fault. Up until I was probably like 23 years old. Wow. I thought it was my fault. And I just now realized maybe sometime about 10, 15 years old that I was a kid.
Yeah.
I was a kid and it wasn't.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until somebody created a safe enough environment to say, hey, Rob,
that's heavy.
This is what that is. And for a lot of people, they never begin the journey because they never have the language to find it.
That's heavy.
They never have the time, the space, or sometimes the finances to begin that journey.
Yeah.
And so therefore they wind up leading and not know why. Leading on their husbands, leading on their wives, leading on their children. They have bad relationships. They have self-sabotaging behaviors that they can't stop. They have mindsets and behaviors that they hate, but they cannot stop, and they don't know why. And it's because they've not been there.
Wow. Hey. Woo. He went heavy. Like real quick. Let's go. Man, I think when you think about that, and I want to jump around a bit, because I don't want you to feel like you're on the couch. I don't want you to feel like you're on the couch and shit. You might need to be on the couch and just talking through some stuff. Because I had to have that experience. I went to therapy for the first time in my 30s for a while. And the first session, my therapist let me talk. She let me talk for 42 minutes. And she said something so powerful after listening to me for 42 minutes. She asked me a question. She said, have you ever had a conversation with the little boy in you?
Yep, I do it.
Like, huh? What are you talking about? And then she proceeded to tell me how she's listened to me for 42 minutes. And everything that I've said in 42 minutes, it can be traced back to childhood wounds. Yep. And she gave me a list and start addressing this, have this conversation. Yep. Go back. That's remember awesome. This. Think about this. Yep. And I did the whole mind thing to recover suppressed memories. So I did I went to work. I put in work. I put in work. Come on. So when we have these type of conversations, I got tired of being the person that gave everybody Jesus, while I kept certain parts hidden from Jesus.
Yeah, or try to. Right.
Because you offer healing. God can heal you of this, he can heal you of that. But that ain't offered what I needed him to be healed from.
Yeah.
Either because I blocked it out,
You know,
you know.
and I think there's something to say, because us as leaders,
Yeah.
or people, and not just preachers, but professionals,
Yeah.
like entrepreneurs,
Yeah.
right? We provide service and care and support for everybody else, but often it's at our own expense.
That's right.
And we don't ever, we learn and we become masters of performing, and not to say it's not authentic sometimes, but we just learn how to care and serve others while we are still not whole, complete ourselves.
Yeah.
And
that whole phrase, leading by bleeding.
Yeah. And I hate to talk about that. Like, I hate to say that, but it's the truth.
It's the truth. It's
like a lot of times, especially leaders, oftentimes, and a lot of pastors, they'll say this: their pulpits really are their jail cells, right? Where they're preaching liberty, the gospel of the goodness of Jesus, but they can't be honest about what they're doing with it.
Yeah.
So and not that they don't love God, but they wind up playing a role. And every time they step into that pulpit, and that's not that it's not true and it's not authentic.
Yeah.
But it has not become true, authentic for them.
Yeah.
It's like, I know God can heal everybody else.
Yeah.
But can he do it for me?
Yeah.
And will people allow the space for that to happen? And oftentimes the answer is no.
Yeah.
So they wind up leading while bleeding, stroking out, leading addictions, leading suicidal, leading and affairs, leading, and this is not me casting judgment, but it's the truth. It's the truth. And there's a little boy and little girl in each of us that's saying, somebody help.
Yeah.
And oftentimes, we don't talk about those cries until they're too late.
Man,
something's already happened.
A path of destruction in your life.
Something has already happened.
Forces you to look at them in the wake of.
And it's by that time, Facebook has, heard about it. Blogs have picked up on it.
Yeah.
And they don't realize and never stop to ask, and they always like, oh, that's a passion, that's a this, and I'm like, but did you ask what happened?
Yeah.
Did you ask why?
Yeah.
And also extending the same grace to them that's we need too.
Yeah, that's real. And that's real.
Pastors also, that means you got to watch your mouth and how you judge, because how you same measure that listen
and you judge with.
But anyway, yes, sir.
Man, listen. All right. So
ask me the D stuff. Let's go.
I am. So in your experience, what are some signs that a person is wounded emotionally, even when they look like they're successful? They look like they got it all together. They show up. I mean, they got everything. It just looks like to the naked eye, the naked untrained eye, it just like, oh, they have a point. Like, what is an indicator that even for a high achieving person that they're dealing with some sort of emotional wound?
I think there's a number of things you can look out for. Number one, low self-esteem.
Mm-hmm.
You can be gifted, and you can be talented, but maybe get to know them, they second guess everything.
That's good.
Also, you can look at those who are extremely prideful.
Yeah.
Pride is normally a self-defense mechanism, to cover up wounds, to cover up feelings of insufficiency and inadequacy.
Yeah.
Those who are extremely sexual, what's the word we use? Hypersexual.
Yeah.
Right. Or sex addictions. Normally they're looking for a pathway of release or even performance.
Right.
And that could be heterosexual, homosexual, bisexual.
Yeah.
They're just looking for performance. They're looking for somebody to say, you got that. They're looking for affirmation. They're looking for the feelings of being wanted, being seen, being heard. You can look at people who are very performance oriented, meaning that their work is dependent upon what they can do. It comes out looks like excellence. It looks like excellence. It looks like perfection. But what it really is, it's the fear of being inadequate. Yeah. So those are just a few.
Wow.
But there's a lot.
Wow.
Excessive liars, habitual liars, right? Where they and habitual liars are people who have a hard time seeking truth. It's because they are afraid that if you see them, that they won't be enough.
Let's pause right there on that one.
So, sis, if he keeps lying to you, it's not because he don't want to tell the truth. Sometimes when you're used to hiding,
he can't see himself.
He can't. There's nothing in him that trained him that made him feel safe enough to speak the truth. It's not that he wants to lie to you. He just never felt safe enough to speak the truth. Because maybe he did speak the truth and it cost him something. And that could start early. Maybe he spoke the truth when he was with his friends and got laughed at. Maybe he spoke the truth and he got beat. Maybe he spoke the truth and they didn't choose him to play on the basketball team. They didn't choose him. And so that's a formation. And so you start embellishing and showing the version of you that you feel like is going to be accepted is the version that you present.
Now, what's crazy is
some of y'all lying on filters.
Man,
right? Hey,
man, every picture got a filter like this. Really, your skin ain't that clear.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. I'm really not, but
That's a little petty, but it's
that was real petty.
It was all that.
I'm sorry, but I'm not. Not false flagging. But nah, like you said something so powerful. You said something so powerful. And I know it kind of sounds elementary. And I know for some of the 80s babies, let me talk to the 80s babies. We grew up in a time where it was, oh, toughen up, boy. It's like, man, suck it up. Get it together.
Right.
And this generation now is the most feeling, in tune, woke per se generation ever, where everything is I feel.
I was thinking emotionally intelligent.
Emotionally intelligent. Thank you. Emotionally, not necessarily woke.
Emotionally intelligent.
Not necessarily woke. I'm not gonna do that. This is not that. This is not
not
that episode.
This is not that
episode. Emotionally intelligent, or I would even go even further as to say emotionally sensitive. In some instances. Aware. Is there such thing as hyper awareness?
Yes, it is. I'm not saying it's always healthy.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's not healthy.
Right.
And sometimes you gotta be like, okay.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, there's never a problem with being emotionally aware. Right. When you don't put your emotions in their proper place.
That's it.
Because just because I feel it, number one, doesn't mean it's true. Just because I feel it does not mean that it drives how I move, how I think, how I act, how I respond. I am a highly emotional person.
I'm listening. I'm just gonna
I'm a highly emotional guy. Yeah. And even for me, I've had to learn how to say, Rob, chill out.
Yeah.
Rob, that ain't true. Rob,
Yeah.
hey, bring it. And you got to talk to yourself.
I got to walk through the whole scenario. I got to measure what I'm feeling and what I'm thinking against the character of the person that I'm thinking about.
Yes.
And if there are no signs there to indicate that this dude is out to get me, this person is out to get me, this ain't a setup, it's not a conspiracy, let me balance what I'm feeling, because what I'm feeling could be birthed from something deep.
And typically
it could be birthed from a wound.
Exactly.
An unaddressed wound. So I'm now feeling rejected by somebody who's not rejecting me because I never dealt with the rejection that I felt earlier in my life.
Yeah. And I think sometimes, especially when people speak truth to us, it hurts.
Mm-hmm.
And if we don't know that person, and this is why I think in our communities, we have to do a better job of building authentic relationships.
Yes.
So that we can be honest with each other. When there's not a level of decorum or a relationship, when you speak truth to somebody, they don't know where it's coming from. So you can speak the truth or, that they may need to hear, but if they don't trust you and they don't know you, they're going to look at you as an enemy. They're going to look at you as somebody who's trying to hurt them and get them.
Yeah.
And one of the things, even in my own personal life, I've had some amazing jobs. God has blessed me in a lot of spaces. And at 36 years old, I had to repent this year because I realized I had the education to be in some spaces. I had the, connections and the network to be in some places, but I did not always have the emotional maturity to deal with the weight of those spaces.
Wow.
And
that's good.
I ran out of some places I should have stayed at. I cut ties with people that I should have, seen it through. I have, I self-sabotage places because I just wasn't mature enough to deal with that space.
Yeah.
So now that at this age, I'm like, man, God, thank you for those opportunities. But God, I repent because it wasn't, I was pointing the fingers at them and realizing even if it was partially them, it still shouldn't have determined how I showed up.
Man, that's powerful.
One of my favorite scriptures, and I don't want to preach, but one of my favorite scriptures, I remember serving as a dean at Moody Bible Institute. And I remember the Lord brought a scripture to my head that was to be as wise as a serpent and as humble as a dove. And I think in church, we've learned the way of the dove, but have not learned the wisdom of the serpent. And so I've been on this journey over the last 10 years to learn the wisdom of the serpent.
You learn the way of the dove, but not the wisdom of the serpent.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When that book dropped?
I already started. It's called I've already started it, and I write on that every time I go through a hard season. In a space, I write through it, but it's called The Weight of the Call. That almost the call that breaks you before it promotes you, something like that. But the truth is, right? We've learned the way of the dove, but we have not learned the wisdom of the serpent. And the wisdom of the serpent, and we demonize, the serpent or whatnot.
Right.
But to be honest, the serpent was persuasive.
Yeah.
He was cunning. He was strategic.
Yes.
And even about serpents in general, I've studied them and as it relates to the passage. And one thing about a serpent is that a serpent, before it eats, it will wait and size up the prey, and it will prepare its body for what it is trying to do.
Yeah.
You won't hear it, you won't see it, you will never know.
Yeah.
A serpent knows that when it strikes, if it does not strike at the right time, it may lose its life.
Man.
And so it has to be strategic. It has to be quiet. It has to be, because that means you got to learn patience. That means you have to learn how to, delayed gratification.
Yeah.
You have to learn how to be quiet. You have to learn how to not silent, how to speak your opinion all the time. You got to learn how to be in the space without being seen, without being heard. You got to learn how to play your role. You got to learn how to play your role in the space.
Yeah.
And when you don't know how to do that, you wind up welcoming warfare that could have been avoided.
Wow. Man. It's crazy. Every time I do these episodes, right, in my mind, there's always an intrusive thought of a comedic line that has something to do with that point. And I'm thinking about First Sunday when they were in the rehearsal and the girl was singing and Cat Williams was like, "No, that ain't your note. Stop." He said, "Everybody want to be a butterfly. Everybody can't be a butterfly flying around. Somebody got to be the moth."
Somebody.
And it made me think about that, how just in the instance that you have to learn how to play whatever role you are to play. And most of the time when we're talking about healing, and even let's say when you're in the aspect of relationships, if you haven't healed, it has the potential to be the thing that causes you to sabotage the relationship because you can't show up the way you need to, because the healed version of you is not there.
You have to use that person.
You can't play that role right. And so now you're playing your part from a wounded perspective. You can't see clearly.
Here's the hard part. We don't even know it though.
Man.
That's the part.
Man, so why do you think people are so quick to pursue success and everything else and relationships and they because I don't know this thing that happened in life, like to be successful you got to have what they used to say growing up. They used to say you got to have 2.5 kids. I don't know what the 0.5 was. Unless I don't know what the 0.5 was. I still to this day
maybe
don't know
one on the way.
That's what it is. Okay, I'm gonna charge you to that because when they said 2.5 kids, like you got to have them. Like, okay, that's interesting, man. You got to have the right job. You gotta like certain things. It's easy to measure life by pursuit rather than let me say it like this. Why is it easier to pursue all of these things, all of these external things, as opposed to pursue healing?
So all right, I'm gonna break this down. Number one. Um, I have a philosophy that I'm writing a book about. It's called I'm gonna introduce it in a book that I'm writing called Heal Like a Man. I just put out a new book called Shame is a Liar.
Yeah.
And I played with it, I mentioned it, and I've been doing this work for years. And I have a philosophy that we all have an innate desire to be seen, heard, and safe.
Yeah.
Seen, heard, and safe.
Yeah.
And men, as little boys, safety looks like love. It looks like shelter. It looks like community. For an adult male, it looks like respect.
Yeah.
Safety and respect are synonymous. I
Yeah.
feel safe when I know I'm respected.
Yes. That's good.
Being safe and heard. And when we don't get those things as children or in our formative years, we search for it in our adult life. So seen, safe, heard, whenever we don't do that, whenever we don't feel those things, we pursue them.
Yeah.
We pursue them through jobs. We pursue them through exports. We pursue them through relationships. We pursue them. And so it starts there.
Wow.
And I think also, and to build on that, whenever we experience other traumas or other life situations that don't speak into who we believe we are and who should be, we then try to create a version that we think will be accepted, that will be loved, that will be seen, that will be heard, that will be celebrated.
Yeah.
What was the rest of that question?
I don't know. You got me at you got me on what it says seen, safe, and what was the last one? Heard.
Yeah.
Seen, safe,
Will
and
this be
heard.
edited? Or we going?
Now we going live.
Oh,
we gonna ride.
okay.
We gonna ride. I want the people just the raw conversation. It's conversations. CONVOS.
Hey,
This is what it is. It's not staged. It's not pre-rehearsed or pre-recorded.
It's straight.
Like I got stuck at seen, safe, and heard. I ain't gonna lie. I got stuck there. I got stuck there because I even started looking back at my own life.
I know.
Like while you were talking, I was like, man,
That's called Marshallism. That's called Marshall's theory of restoration.
Marshall's theory of restoration. Listen, we putting it out to the world on here. Yeah, I don't try to.
It's on the trademark.
Okay,
I'm on that.
It's already. So we better not see nobody with no AI flyers.
Healing is the journey. Wholeness is the destination. It's already free.
Man, listen.
Run up.
Seen,
safe,
and heard.
Yes.
And for a man. Yes. So let's just focus. This is June.
Yeah.
Still dealing with fathers.
It applies for women too, but men
applies for women for sure. But for the men, real quick, seen, safe, and heard. And I think that's one of the things. Even in this, if we look right now at society now, and that's the difference between the '80s babies and the generation now, because it's not that men were built different; they were taught to process different. Back in the day, like I said, it was get over it, suck it up, it's all good. Today, it's what do you think? How do you feel?
Yeah.
I had the benefit of growing up in a household where my mom asked me those questions like, what do you think? Yeah. How do you feel? It was extremely rare. Yeah. Extremely rare. And so I'm thinking about that, seen, safe, and heard.
Yeah.
And how relationships are literally sabotage.
It'll bless you. It'll bless you. When you start really thinking about
it.
I know.
Like, do you see them?
I wrote it. Yeah.
Do you see them? Do you see each other? Look, do you see each other? No, not just what.
Let's start there.
Do you see yourself? Can you show up as an honest version of yourself? Do you see yourself enough to be honest?
And that's where I think I know it's all right.
All right. Boy, that's good. That's man.
But it's gotten me ask the question now, because I'm doing this journey myself. I'm on my own journey as well.
Yeah, that's real.
At this age, I ask myself, what does it really mean to show up honest? The Bible says this: them that worship God must worship Him in spirit. Don't rest it, and in truth.
Yeah.
I believe we know the in spirit part.
Yeah.
But I feel like we're afraid of the in truth.
Wow.
And how we use those scriptures in church is not how I believe they were supposed to be met. But it made me ask the question, what does it look like to show up honest?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm talking about completely honest, naked and unashamed. Like looking in the mirror naked, unashamed, and looking at yourself and saying, this is who I am.
Yeah.
Good, bad, ugly, indifferent.
Yeah.
And Christ still says, I died for that.
Yeah.
So,
man, I identify with that. And that resonates with me deeply. That's literally, I can say, I agree, say, man, this is that is, and this is free. I can honestly say, I see you getting your that was the thing you should, that was the thing literally that made it okay for me to even return to ministry.
Yeah.
I couldn't return if I couldn't be honest.
Man.
I couldn't return
here's the
if
thing.
I couldn't be honest.
Here's the thing, and this is real. There's a cost.
Yeah.
To being honest.
Yeah. Oh God, yes.
And it's not just a one-time cost.
No.
It's a continual cost.
Yeah. Like Lisa said.
It's a continual death. Right. It's a continual death.
Yeah.
And it's not always celebrated. It's not always, people don't like, and they won't like you.
If anybody from KCIM is watching this, what he just said, I've been preaching about this.
Man.
The continual death, the fact that I gotta die daily. Sometimes multiple times throughout the day.
And you know what? And I'm gonna be honest, there's sometimes, when I look out and I see people and I'm like, man, they look like they're doing all the things, and I know that they're not doing the work that I've done. And I'm just like, God, why am I not there? Why?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, I'm ready. I got the education, I got the and go down the list. And I'm like, God, why does it feel like I gotta die again?
Yeah.
I think I said that in a conversation.
That's
it's like,
real.
it's like what? Something like what part of me is left to die?
That's
and
real.
then it says
this part right here.
this part right and it can feel like,
Yeah.
And here's the thing. When you're a babe in Christ, we understand. But for the people that have been walking with Christ for a long time, we can become comfortable and complacent in our walk.
That's right.
We can become really comfortable with Jesus.
Yeah.
And kind of coasting.
Yeah.
In our Christian walk. And I'm not talking about church responsibilities. I'm talking about authentic relationships.
Yeah.
Because we do it in our marriages.
Yeah.
When we coast, we're not gonna rock the boat. You're not gonna do this. We're just gonna until something
get into that routine.
Right. Until something happens and you are forced to deal with it.
Yeah.
And so I'm in a season where, and I think a lot of people prophetically are in a season where he's like, yeah, that part right there.
That's what I came from.
That's the spot.
Yeah.
And wow, we're crying. Like we're like, God, like what? Yeah, man. So what does it look like to walk in the Yeah, man. Wow. Come on. Look at this.
Ain't even right.
I'm gonna send up my cash app.
Right. I ain't even on those notes. To be honest with you, I got like show notes.
I'm gonna take some offering after this.
Anybody thinking about these show notes? See if I can jump them in, but conversation is flowing so good. I'm not even.
I'll say this then.
Yeah.
Freedom is intimidating.
Say that one more time.
Freedom is intimidating. It's intimidating to the person who's called to walk in it.
Yeah.
But it also can get you a lot of enemies. And you are forced to walk in environments where people would see your freedom as a threat to who they are and what they do.
Yes.
Jesus.
I didn't come here for a prophetic word.
Listen, hey,
I'll take it.
Hey, no, it's the truth. That's real. It's the truth because number one, they don't realize what it costs you.
Man,
to walk in that freedom. That part. And what it continues, yes. And then when you show up, you're looking for camaraderie, you're looking for acceptance, you're looking brotherhood, sister, but then your freedom becomes intimidating to them.
Yeah.
Because if you ever been next to a real free person and you hiding and they just, I'm this, I'm that, I did this and that, and you still like,
you like, oh my goodness.
Right. It can become intimidating.
At my church, they say I say anything.
Listen.
Because I told them about how I used to drink Hennessy like water.
Man.
Smoking 8 packs of Newport today. 8 packs. 8 packs. Nerves is bad. 8 packs. To numb myself.
Man,
from feeling things I didn't want to feel, keeping myself from processing things I didn't want to process,
that's real.
keeping myself operational.
And see, for you, out of the Hennessy, but for somebody it's porn.
Yeah.
For somebody else, it's gaming, it's gambling. For some, it's exercising too much. For some, it's overeating.
Yeah.
For some, it's not exercising. For some, it's not eating.
That's real.
Right. And this looks different for each one of us. And this is why we all need help. Man. This is why we all need Jesus. It is our healer.
And this is why it's so important that you spend time doing that work on yourself.
But here's the thing.
Doing the work on yourself. You ain't got time
to
pass judgment on nobody else.
God cannot heal what we're not willing to reveal.
Come on.
And what is the point of showing up in religious spaces?
Yeah.
To the healer.
Yeah.
You're worshiping the healer.
Yeah.
But saying, nah, I'm going to keep this.
I'm gonna keep
I don't want to be like.
That's because the focus isn't on the healer. The focus is on the crowd.
Right.
Focuses on everybody else, and I don't want anybody to see me go to the altar for this. Right? I don't want to see. I don't want to. He said something. The word hit me right there. And I felt the holler, and maybe my freedom was in the acknowledgement with my holler. Maybe that was the release I needed.
Yeah.
But I held it because I didn't want nobody looking at me like, "Oh, she hollering on that part. He hollering on that part."
Or maybe sometimes it's hard conversations.
That part.
I just preached the other week. All healing does not happens at altar moments.
Nope.
It happens at daily life and walking with people. And this is why this culture is so toxic. Because whenever we say we're doing life with people or discipleship, the word on that is accountability. And accountability is dangerous for somebody who wants to hide in the dark. And what keeps them in the dark is shame. I wrote another book called Shame is a Liar. There we go. You like
how shame is
listen, you know
this man is be ready. That's all I'm saying. Be ready.
I wrote a book called Shame is a Liar.
Yeah.
And that's where it came from.
Yeah.
Because when you realize shame, it lies to you.
Yeah.
It deceives you.
Yeah.
To make you play a role that was never meant for you to play. Shame is like being locked in a cage. You having the key to get out, but not feeling like you're worthy enough to use it. Shame is like an elephant that has been trained in a circus from birth, who has this little nail that's been hammered in the ground. And the older he gets, the more majestic he becomes. They don't change anything else to keep him there. And here's the dangerous part about this, the crazy part. Everybody in the circus knows how powerful, how majestic the elephant is. The crowd knows, the taskmaster, the ringleader knows.
Yeah.
The only person that does not know that is the elephant. And he becomes everybody else's amusement.
Pause. Think about your life for a while.
Yeah.
Think this. It's been a lot of wisdom dropped already. A lot of nuggets. A lot of things that will help you shift.
Yeah.
Where you are, what you're thinking, how you're feeling, even how you're approaching where you are. I want you to just think about your life right now. First of all, I want you to be honest with yourself. Just take a minute and just be honest with yourself. Play this over again if you have to. And just say, you know what have I hidden in the closet that I chose not to deal with, that I said time is going to cover and heal, and maybe time softened it, maybe time took my focus away from it. However, I'm constantly triggered.
Yeah.
I'm constantly triggered.
Yes, sir.
And triggers reveal unhealed areas. Triggers reveal things that are still sensitive to you. Triggers reveal trauma.
And don't be ashamed of it. Don't be ashamed of it, because
that's real.
Even that I've done, I still get sick.
Same.
And sometimes I don't know the places that I haven't healed until I don't know.
Until I get triggered.
And then I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Why am I
I was over this.
Why am I angry? Wait, why do I feel some type of way about this?
Yeah.
And so because I think sometimes, we in this culture, we show up, we want to show up. I'm healed. I'm this, I'm that. And it's okay not to be okay.
Yeah.
It's okay not to be okay. It's okay not to have it together. And that's what I trust people who can say, listen, I ain't got this together. And I'm like, I can work with that. I can be friends with people who are on a journey, because in that I learned to extend the same grace to them that I want to receive.
Yeah.
But also I'm able to operate in mercy, which means I don't just see it, but I step into it with them as the journey together. which is the ecclesia. It is the church. That is what we're supposed to be. That is what we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be beautifully flawed people who are walking alongside each other as we pursue fullness in Christ.
Wow.
And because he knows we can't do this on our own, this is why we have the Holy Spirit to help us.
Yes.
To empower us.
Yeah.
To do this work. We can't do it in our own strength. We can't do it our own education. If we could, we would. We can't.
Yeah, we can't. We can't. Man, listen. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. First things first. What we're gonna stop doing when it comes to healing, we're gonna acknowledge first that we still have a wound.
Yeah.
We gotta be honest with ourselves.
Yeah.
We gotta be honest with ourselves.
And that may take some time.
Thank you.
It may take some time.
So don't do it like it's something that you put on your whiteboard and you check it off and be like, okay, I did that. No, like be honest. You gotta sit with that thing. You gotta think about that.
I'm a liar.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like I'm getting so to this point.
Can't ever heal what you want.
I'm accepting.
Yeah.
I have to accept, and I can hear it and I can feel it so that God can heal it.
Yeah.
Like whatever those things are, like, and when you do that, you invite God into those spaces.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he already knows.
He already knows. And the key is don't do it like Alcoholics Anonymous, where they tell you that even though you don't drink no more, you still got the disease of alcoholism. You are alcoholic for forever. You are alcoholic for forever. No, we're not saying that. What we are saying is acknowledge where you are so that true healing can come forth. So you don't have to wear a mask. So you don't have to pretend.
Take the bra,
man. So you can show up and be who you're supposed to be and not
settle for the version that the trauma created.
Thank you. Man, that's first. Second thing, stop blaming everyone.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do, we're not going to keep pointing the finger at everybody else and say it's them, it's them, it's them. I'm not speaking to those of you who have gone through experiences. Rob talked about his. I have some in the past. Like you've gone through experiences where you are an actual victim. You know what I'm saying? You've gone through experiences where things were forced on you. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about even with that though, at some point, you cannot live forever pointing the finger and holding the victim ID card and now allowing it to shape who you are.
Yeah.
Don't you want to be free?
Listen, you can't help what happened to you.
Yeah.
But you can't help how you do.
How you do. You can't help what happened to you, but you can help how you deal with it. I like that. I like that. I like that. See, this boy's dropping nuggets. Third thing, be spiritual. I'm going to say it. I love God. I preach. I'm a pastor. I'm an EP at my church. Listen, invite God into the process. The reality is, in our own mortal strength, no matter how many books you read, you still need the help of the Holy Ghost. You need the help of the Holy Ghost to get you through some things. Because I'm telling you, I read a lot of books.
Yeah.
And I was still tossing back the Hennessy. I read a whole lot of books. I've been an avid reader my whole life. I can quote philosophers. I can tell you 12 steps, but there was a blockage between me applying them to my life because I was trying to do it in my strength while being worn out from showing up, pretending to be somebody else. And so I had to be honest with myself. I had to be honest with that. Then the next thing, get support. Get support. And that's where I'm going to like your last words on it.
You have to have a safe space.
Yeah.
To process, to deal, to undress, to talk through the things that still hurt.
That's real.
So if there's a lot more of us, you can get my book. The book is that.
That's always going to be in the comments.
It's called Shame is a Liar. You can grab it.
Yeah.
And it'll bless you. I promise you.
Yeah. I got it. I just ain't had a chance to read it yet. I did get it. I did order it. I don't like Kindle. I did the paperback. Chat. Look, chat. There's a paperback. Look, I did the paperback. I like the whole, I'm old school. I like the pages. Everybody on the reader. I preach on the reader, but I turn the pages. But now, listen, y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I'm going to bring Rob back. Who knows? He may join me as a co-host at some point throughout the rest of this season. If his busy schedule aligns properly. But We thank God for y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in another episode, episode 4. And we're talking about heal first. Make sure you do the work. Love y'all. We out.
Peace.
Bam.